Magandang araw po ulit and welcome to another video. And in this video, pag-uusapan naman natin ay yung unang entry ng Intel to compete within the GPU market. To be more specific, ito yung Intel Arc A750. Ikaw ba yung user na kinukonsider itong GPU na ito para sa iyong build? Type it in the comment section kung ano yung deciding factor kung bakit isa ito sa mga pinagpipilian mo. O kaya, pwede mo din i-comment kung ano naman yung alinlangan mo sa GPU na ito. Well, on this video, tatalakayan natin kung ano-ano yung mga pwedeng maging dahilan kung bakit hindi mo na ito yung gagamitin mong GPU. It's more of the factors to consider as an improvement that we are looking forward either sa mga susunod na updates ng GPU or sa mga future models ng Intel Arc. Kung itong mga to ay hindi big deal sa'yo, then go ahead and buy this card. Overall, this card is capable, at least based on my experience, on how I use it, at so far, na-meet naman yung needs ko. Unang factor ay kung big deal ba sa'yo yung kanyang power consumption. Itong GPU ay may TDP na 225 watts. In general, hindi naman masama itong 225 watts, but if we compare it dun sa ibang GPU, which I would say on the same level of target market, alongside with NVIDIA RTX 3060 na merong 170 watts. So it is 55 watts lesser than the Intel Arc. At kung itatapat naman natin ito sa AMD counterpart na RX 6600 na meron lamang 132 watts na TDP and is 93 watts less than Intel Arc. Sinubukan natin itong GPU to play at 1080p using the maximum quality of individual games. At for those AAA games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider and God of War, it easily reaches yung 160 watts para i-deliver yung enjoyable viewing experience. Then to make sure na we are running in pure GPU performance at 1080p resolution, this information was captured while yung XESS or FSR support is disabled. Isa pa palang na-capture natin related sa power consumption nito ay yung GPU core power. Makita mo ito sa Intel Arc control software na kung saan even if idle yung GPU, display yung desktop alone, nagko-consume na agad nung 30 plus watts. Well, this behavior is somehow acknowledged naman ni Intel. Nag-release pa nga sila nung article about this behavior wherein you can perform some changes to be able to bring down yung power consumption. It involves changes dun sa power plan ng inyong PC wherein you can set sa maximum power settings yung inyong PCIe lanes and another option to perform it in the BIOS level in some of the motherboard manufacturers which supports it. Well, that thing worked for me and after applying it, it dropped to 15 plus watts. But unfortunately, nung nag-update ako ng BIOS firmware, kahit iset ko yung power plan, balik pa din sa 30 plus watts yung GPU core power ko. Then, second factor ay yung generated temperature nitong GPU na ito. Well, kung hindi ka sanay na makakita at makaramdam nung matataas na temps, then maninibago ka talaga sa GPU na ito. This is subjective, don't get me wrong, dahil in most cases, 85 to 90 degrees is tolerable for a GPU. At according to Intel community, design itong GPU na ito to operate hanggang 90 degrees without affecting yung kanyang lifespan. In the testing na ginawa natin, isa sa mga games which is yung God of War, umabot yung temperature natin ng 74 degrees which for me is somehow mataas dahil comfortable ako ng up to 70 degrees lang, no? Above that, mataas na para sa akin. In my experience, dun sa mga exhaust fans sa likod at sa taas, ramdam mo na kung gaano kainit yung hangin na generated sa loob nung aking PC case. At even yung side panel natin, kapag nilalapat mo yung kamay mo, medyo nakakatakot lang kasi baka bumigay yung tempered glass because of that heat. By design din kasi, yung heatsink ng GPU is designed to blow out yung hot air sa sides, one facing the motherboard and the other is on the side panel, still within the desktop case. So, better siguro if i-adapt yung design from other cards na diretso sa likod para at least hindi na mag-circulate inside the PC case yung hot air generated nitong GPU na ito. At the same time, if you will use this card heavily for gaming, I recommend not to trust yung automatic fan speed control from the ARC software itself at mag-set kayo ng custom fan curve para makapag-play along kayo dun sa pag-manage ng GPU temperature. And third factor ay yung Intel Arc control software itself. Ito yung ka-tie-up na software ng GPU kung saan you can perform yung initial management or configuration nung binili ninyo na graphics card. While the interface design itself was considered for simplicity and madaling intindihin at mag-navigate sa mga settings or options within Intel Arc configurations, may mga functionality lang dito na na-observe ko na medyo buggy. Like for example, dun sa drivers page, gamit ko yung card since September 2023. Ilang driver updates na yung nangyari, pero parang twice ko pa lang na-experience na nag-prompt or nag-notify yung ARC control software for driver updates. In most cases, I have to go manually dun sa Intel's driver page and download the latest driver from there. Or mas nauuna pang mag-prompt yung Intel driver and support assistant kasabay nung Intel Arc running din ito from my taskbar. Then once inopen mo yung prompt, it will lead you sa Intel web page kung saan it will scan the current system and show for any driver updates available for your system. Puntahan naman natin yung performance tuning, which is, ito yung isa sa mga lookout ko din, lalo kapag magra-run na ako ng games. Just to make sure na yung fan curve ko, yung naka-take effect, may mga instances kasi na yung settings ko from here, for some reason, once your computer was restarted, bumabalik sa default yung settings. There is an option to turn on yung apply settings on system boot, pero still, kapag gagamitin mo na ulit yung PC, may chance na balik sa default yung settings mo. And then lastly, yung kanyang studio options. In-explore ko ito to capture or record yung mga session ko sa screen. Pero ilang beses din na I have to reapply yung mga settings gaya ng file location, yung resolution, frame rates, at yung codec which is napaka-importante nung AV1 sa ngayon. Same with the camera, yung resolution, yung effects, yung auto frame, lahat ito madalas bumabalik sa default settings. So kapag gagamitin mo na ulit tuloy yung feature, hindi maiwasan na bisitahin mo ulit yung settings just to make sure that you are capturing the screen based sa preferred mo na settings. Then lastly, kung mahilig ka mag-capture at mag-observe ng overlay metrics or statistics para i-monitor yung kabuuan ng system mo, then unfortunately, default, hindi mo makita yung CPU power at temperature, which is useful sana to capture also how your CPU performs while using this Intel Arc GPU. By the way, if current user ka na nung Intel Arc na card, pakishare na lang din kung paano mo na-activate yung mga metrics na ito. Baka kasi sa setup ko lang, no, kung bakit hindi ko ma-view yung details. From the Intel Arc control software itself, yung kanyang preset na in-game overlay, wala sa option yung dalawang metrics na ito. Mostly, yung parameters na available is specifics to the GPU itself. Parang yung CPU at memory lang ang available for the system, tapos yung utilization pa yung makita natin. And that leads me to install another software from Intel din. Ito naman yung Intel Present Mon, which I found good so far. Hindi lang ito limited sa Intel GPU. Even if you are using GPU from other brands, pwede mo gamitin as overlay. But unfortunately, kahit i-add mo yung CPU at temperature sa metrics, displaying yung metrics pero hindi naka-capture yung values. So, no choice tayo for now but to use yung ever-trusted na HW info to monitor yung metrics from our system. So, to sum it up, we have yung TDP design and power draw, yung GPU temperature, yung flaws in Intel Arc software, and yung CPU metrics overlay such as power draw and temperature. So kung big deal sa'yo, itong mga ito for now, so definitely hold mo muna yung purchase mo and wait for Intel to continuously develop yung GPU through their software updates. Sa tingin ko, sa software at firmware updates na lang ito makabawi to squeeze out pa yung capability ng GPU as a package. Dahil bounded na tayo sa hardware specifications, If naghahanap ka pa ng better specifications, abangan mo na lang yung Battle Mage, which is yung next generation nila ng ARC cards. Well, I hope nakatulong tong video na ito to share some of the information about this current Intel Arc GPUs. If you are an existing user, please share also your experience with this card by typing it in the comment section at kung ano-ano na din yung ina-expect mo with this card over the years. So muli po, maraming salamat for tuning in. Thank you and God bless.